Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany and this is Tiffany's Tarology. So happy to have so many of you here with me. We are growing, you guys, and we are stepping into September. Now, September is going to be a pivotal turning point for you, specifically Pisces. And it's going to affect a lot of Virgos as well, and pretty much any mutable sign. Sagittarius and Gemini will feel this too. But you are about to go back into a time that you've experienced with Saturn going into Pisces. This is going to be retrograde from September 1st to November 27th, and then it's going to go direct from November 28th to February 13th. So altogether, September to early February, we are going to have Saturn back in Pisces, giving us 6 months of time to make sure that the things that we said we were going to do, the hard work that we were going to put into our career, into our bodies, into our reestablishment of who we are, setting those boundaries, getting our life together, focusing on our health, things like that. This is going to be the time that you are going to really feel kind of Daddy Saturn teaching us lessons or making us do the hard work and reaping the reward. So we're going to talk today about the first 3 months of this, which is going to be the deconstruction period from September 1st to November 22nd. I was listening to the astrology weatherman. I forget if his name is the Astro Weatherman, but he's on Instagram and he called it the deconstruction period, and basically once Saturn goes direct, the reconstruction period. So I really wanted to tap into that energy. I will be listing the decks in my description box, Pisces, if you are interested in either of the Oracle or the Tarot deck that I'm going to be using today. But I heard when I started this reading, it's go time. This is your season. Once Saturn goes direct in Pisces, we are basically going to be stepping into Pisces season right after. It's going direct in Aquarius season. So I feel like Saturn is kind of teaching us one last big lesson. And then we head into the new self, the new life. A lot of the difficult things that you have been dealing with will have found some type of resolution, or the resolution will be on the way. So let's tap in and see what Saturn and Pisces for the next 3 months means for you. You have your higher self, victim mentality, professional assistance, kindred partnership, discovery, true love, happy success, the honoring path. And on the bottom of the deck, you have deception, a creative endeavor, and the status quo. So we'll tap into this energy, Pisces, and really get a good picture of what is coming into your life over the next 3 months. I'm actually so happy with this spread, Pisces. What I see, and I looked at all of the cards in the book off camera, just out of respect for your time, I see a person who is going from this victim energy into a person who's rediscovering who they are, rediscovering their worth, and starting a really, I don't even feel like a brand new chapter. This is a brand new book. The book and the old consciousness, the old life that you used to live, those chapters and that version of you is no longer walking into this new sense of self. So your first card here is you getting connected with your higher self. This is about you channeling from the space of the heart all of the things in your life that you actually desire. During the deconstruction phase, you're going to have to look to your higher self and look within and say, Spirit guides, this is what I want. I want a healthier body. I want a healthier mindset. I want a world that is more peaceful. I want that new home. I need a new car. There's something about what do you desire and how are you asking for that in this time of deconstruction? You are going to be getting rid of things. Last night I started my first battle with my closet of getting rid of clothes that I haven't worn in years. So Pisces, this is a time for you saying, I desire something new, things that are actually heart-centric, a world that feels good to me. And the higher self is also going to lead you towards your blessings, because as you tap into a higher level of consciousness, and this is the only spirit card that you got, you will begin to attract the abundance and the happiness and the opulence in your life that you actually desire. This is actually going to be a time where you discover something new. This could literally be an unexpected discovery about finances coming your way. This could be a new sense of self. This could also be an unexpected twist or turn in your story. A story that has really kept you down for a long time. I'm seeing breakthrough energy. I'm seeing, I can't believe this just happened. I had no idea that, this was waiting for me. No way. Like that kind of energy coming in the next 3 months. This, when I read it, it said an unexpected turn of events. But I also think it's because you're looking for that positivity, and because you finally see yourself for who you are. The true love and the honoring path is a Pisces over the next 3 months who's really going to begin to love themselves. It talked about the mirror here being a reflection of the world that you see within you. So the world that you see without of you is the world that you see within you. If you believe that good things are coming, if you believe that you feel beautiful, if you believe that you are worthy, you will start to see those things in your everyday life. And this is coming from a person who finally honors themselves. This card talked about people valuing you and appreciating you and honoring you. But it's because you did that to yourself first. So although these two cards are not the same, because this can mean new love is coming in for you as well, because you are embodying love, there's an energy here that you finally are going to start seeing yourself the way that you should have for years and years and years. And as this next 3 months of the deconstruction in your life happens, you are pulling away all sense of lack and unworthiness and lack of self-love. You're going to be pouring into you more than you ever have before. And people are not even going to start to recognize you over the next 6 months. But the next 3 months is, what do I want to take away? What do I want to get rid of? What do I no longer like about my life, or the way that I'm living, or the job that I'm working? The way that I see myself, the way that I honor myself. Get rid of those things so that during the reconstruction period, closer to the end of this year, you start to really feel it already. Like, wow, I've gotten rid of so much dead weight in my life. Many of you, though, as we start this energy, you're going to be sitting in victim mentality. That painting behind him has come to real life. So there's things in your mind, things in your dreams that are going to feel larger than life. They're going to feel like they're real. But they are just the subconscious trying to keep you stuck. The rope that's tied around his wrist is not even tied against the bedpost. It's free. You have to tell yourself, I can do it. This is my season. This is my time. And though I may not be ready to run the marathon, what can I do to prepare myself? That's really where the deconstruction is coming from. Getting rid of the self-limiting beliefs, getting rid of the negative thoughts, treating yourself better than you have before, but really in the mind. I think a lot of the next 3 months is going to be a mindset shift, a belief system shift, and the reconstruction period, November 28th through the 13th, is actually going to be the physical shift that's arriving, okay? So a lot of self-doubt, a lot of victimhood, a lot of my world keeps spiraling out of control. I had someone leave a comment the other day saying, okay, more of this, I'm getting really tired. And I get it. There's a lot of narcissistic abuse, a lot of financial issues, legal issues, lack of jobs, relationships going through a lot of turmoil, romantic or not. And, issues with children surrounding, the hobbies and things that you love. But what Spirit wants you to understand is you have the ability to transmute this energy into something that you want it to be. And yes, there may be some setbacks and things like that, but you are no victim, Pisces. You're going to be receiving support in the form of your 2 people cards. You got professional assistance and kindred partnerships. These can be one and the same. Some of you are going to receive that job that you've needed. Some of you are working with lawyers, real estate agents, publishers, accountants, managers, estate planners, wedding planners. There's going to be some type of professional assistance that comes in. And many of you are going to be finding better business partners, romantic love, or taking your love life to the next level because you are deconstructing the energy around why these things weren't able to come in for you. You honored yourself. And for many of you, especially in the area of like legal matters, because that has been coming up a lot in our collective, you're finally saying, I respect myself enough that I refuse to let you stand in my way. I'm lawyering up. I'm calling the police. I'm doing what I have to do through the social systems, through the judicial system to make sure that I'm taken care of. I know some of you are going through issues with discrimination at work. You've shared that in the comments. So there's ways in which you're like, no, I'm not going to let you bully me. And Spirit is sending in the people who are going to be able to support you and love on you and bring you up during this deconstruction phase, because it's not going to be easy the whole way through, but success is guaranteed. This card is the wish fulfillment card. This is like the Nine of Cups. This is Spirit saying, if you don't give up and give in, if you listen to your higher self, be open to the possibilities of discovering something new. If you let go of the victim mindset, if you continue to honor yourself and you continue to love on you, and you continue to trust that the partnerships and the helpmates that you need in this life are coming, there is going to be this auspicious energy that gets rid of the deceptors in your life. This used to come out on the table. It's now in the sidebar. You've overcome the toxicity of this deception card. And now many of you are starting on creative endeavors. You're working on your music. You're working on your art. You're working on your podcast. You're working with your camera. You're using your hands. You're walking away from the 9 to 5. You're getting the new job. And you no longer are subscribing to the status quo. There's a difference in the way that you're living your life, the way that you're seeing your life. There's a transition. You're getting your energy back, Pisces. But it will feel challenging at times, but you're going to get the help you need. Some of you, I just also saw that professional assistant is going to be a doctor, right? But the doctor is going to be saying, confirmation. The doctor is going to be saying, this is how we can improve things. I don't want you to get stuck on, what's going to happen? No, this is a time of like, God is sending in everybody that God can, or, Spirit can, to help you to rediscover an energy within you that may have been lost. And over the last 3 years, Pisces, you've gone through the ringer. And so now it's not even going to feel hard. You are more equipped. You are stronger than you have ever been. Confirmation. So this time, as you go through the Saturn transit in your first house, I have chills. You are going to be so empowered. You're going to be so emboldened. You're going to be like, okay, I know this feeling. I know exactly what this is, but I have the tools this time to kind of deal with this. I'm not about to let this push me over the edge anymore. All right, Spirit team. So what is the current situation for the next 3 months for Pisces with Saturn and Pisces during this deconstruction phase? Current energy for Pisces. Wow, 2 of Wands and the Devil. What an energy, Pisces, to start your reading with. You understand the limitations, the toxic partnerships, the toxic family, the bad business deals, the toxic jobs, the addictions you have been battling. And the 2 of Wands says, I am planning and focusing on a way out of this. You may still feel encumbered by a lot of these issues in your life right now, but the current situation says you're finding a way out. She's sitting here and I'm just hearing that song Somewhere Out There. I'll put the name of the song here. I can't remember. It was from an old movie when I was a child. But there's a need for you, Pisces, to understand that these situations that have held you back, especially partnerships, you are finding your way forward. You're finding your way out of this. You're moving beyond it. You're listening to your higher self. Your higher self says, if it's not from the heart, if it doesn't make me feel good, if it leaves me in a victim consciousness, a victim mentality, my heart doesn't want it. And so as difficult as it's been for you to move on, Pisces, you're moving on. Some of you are physically moving as well with the world, the little globe up there, okay? Some of you, that move is going to mean everything, because that move is the way in which you signify, I'm starting over. A new lease on life. What's your challenge? I do feel, yeah, the old book is done. The book is complete. Your challenge is your healing from heartbreak. Think of this card as being in reverse. This is an energy in your challenge saying it's been difficult to let go because you've been the victim. But now with it in the reverse, you're no longer allowing yourself to play victim. It may still hurt. There are still going to be hard times, Pisces, that come. But this is a redefinition for you. A time of new understanding. A time of re-evaluation. I'm getting a lot of retrograde. So rethinking, reimagining, restarting, regrouping, all of those things. This is a big retrograde for you, Pisces. For those of you who are Pisces rising, this is going to be anywhere in your life. Sun, around your vitality, around the work that you do, around how you show up in the world, your career, especially masculine figures could be significant. And then for those of you who are Pisces Sun, this could be, Pisces Moon, this could be about your health, your home. Venus, about the way that you love, that you create, and Mars, the way that you get shit done, the way that you work, the way that you power through your life. So understand that yes, this is a challenge. Your heart is going through a brokenness, but it's in the reverse because it's in the challenge. It's healing. You're coming out of this. You have a new lease on life. Page of Cups. You have this desire to start fresh. Strength at this time for Pisces. Very powerful message. Pisces, loving the energy. You're a warrior. Wow. You have the Judgment card here. So Judgment is saying you see the truth of your actions, of others' actions. You understand that Spirit has called you to a higher level of consciousness. You understand that you can't take everybody with you on this new journey. I'm hearing, is it the Green Day? I walk the lonely road. Something like that. I don't know if it's Green Day or not, but it's a rock song. My shadow is the only one that walks beside me. Yeah, so there's something about you coming face to face with your shadow. And the darker sides of you and the lighter sides of you, and understanding that it's time to walk away. It's time, Pisces, it's time. This is your season. You're walking into Pisces season at the end of the Saturn retrograde. Or the Saturn transit, I should say. And you're leaving the old you behind. Area of focus. The old habits, the old relationships, the old mindsets. Queen of Swords to the Eight of Swords in your area of focus. How are you talking to yourself? This person is looking at her shadow. She's looking at her reflection. And the song from Mulan, Reflection, is coming through. A lot of songs today, Pisces. So you could love singing, you could love songs, you could be really into music. But the Eight of Swords here, she's looking at her reflection and she's like, who's the girl I see? Staring straight back at me. You know, when will my reflection show who I really am inside? You know that you want to be the strong, courageous version of yourself, Pisces. But you can't be this person while you're still holding on to this energy. That's that victim. That's that person in your head. The Swords is all about the mind. You're reclaiming a sense of authority over who you are, Pisces. And some of you with the Queen of Swords, that again could be that professional assistance, because the Swords often depict when we have a helpmate, a person who's knowledgeable in an area of life where, you know, we may need a professional, an expert. So this also could be, instead of me being victim and me not being able to take control of my life, who can I employ? Who can I talk to? For some of you, it's a therapist. Who can I deconstruct these mindset, mindsets that I have with who can I talk to about the wounding and the childhood trauma and the abuse I suffered as an adult under the hand of a narcissistic or in a, just a negative person in my life. All right. We have the near future for you, Pisces, is the Six of Swords. You're walking away. This could be a habit. This could be a physical person. This could be a group of people, a job, whoever this figure is in your life. They thought they had a hold of you, but Pisces, you said, I'm going to venture off on my own. A lot of swords though. Okay, so that energy I'm feeling where this next 3 months is more of your mental changes and the following 3 will be more of the physical changes. This is about a mindset shift. The Six of Swords says Pisces decided for herself or himself that this road that they've been traveling with these people in these places, this is no longer the version of me that I want to be. You're on a new road. You're on a new path. And I feel that many of you are kind of like, and if I have to go it alone, I will. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but with the Magician here, you are fully embracing and walking into the transformation of a lifetime. You are ready to become the version of you knew you always were meant to be. Some of you, that means taking off the mask. Walking into a version of yourself where people are going to be like, who are you? And emotionally taking your power back. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. Recent past. Oh yeah. Okay, she came back out. Eight of Cups. Who or what emotionally tried to harm you in the process of this deconstruction? You are no longer letting any vice, any person, anything in your life hold you back. Situations are not going to be perfect and ideal for each and every one of us. We have other placements in our chart, other things going on other than being a Pisces, right? So I can't say, oh, this is going to be smooth sailing, because for some people, you're going to walk through this easier than other people, okay? We got a lot going on in the stars. But what I do feel here, though, is Pisces, you are, especially with bird messengers, seeing seagulls could be very significant to you. There's something about the way that you walk into this new version of yourself is an acceptance of the fact that you are different. You are made for something different. And it's time to chase your dreams, your goals, your desires. And when I think of this card, it reminds me of the Little Mermaid, right? And how she decided against the will of her family and against the will of everything she knew that she wanted to be a human. And it came with its own challenges, right? And it came with its own battles that she had to fight and things she had to get used to. Fish out of water type of energy. But she accomplished so much. She regained her voice. She was able to live a full life and find love, find happiness and beauty again. That's you, Pisces. You in the recent past said, I'm done living a life that does not actually align with who I am anymore. If it even means that you've had to walk away in the most unhealthy, poorest time of your life, you still did it because you knew that walking away from what wasn't working for you would be better than staying. The Five of Pentacles could show health issues. It could show feeling abandoned. It could show hurt. It could also show that you're going through some type of financial decrease at this time. But how you walk through the fire, and not that you have to walk through it, is what gets you to the other side. Be smart, be strategic, but understand that your guides have got you. Advice? Advice for Pisces? You have the Lovers and the Fool in reverse. What they're telling me here is, it's time for you to take the leap. And if you haven't taken the leap because of the things and the people that you're connected to, it's time to disconnect. Whoever these people are, whatever these habits are, they are preventing you from walking into your future. And however beautiful they may glimmer in your life, are they worth you staying stuck? This could even be a mindset, like a conversation, a dialogue that you have in your brain, your heart and your brain fighting each other if this is not a physical person. Because some of you are going to say, Tiffany, I don't have anybody in my life. This could literally be a battle of the heart and the mind. I want to go here, but I'm too afraid, or I'm too old, or I'm too this, I'm too that. It's too hot, it's too cold, you know. You are holding yourself back. So what we must do, again, during the deconstruction period from September 1st to November 27th, is get rid of the strongholds and actually begin to walk into the destiny that we were always meant to walk into. You will be provided with the right partnerships. You will be provided with the right groups, the associations, the assistants. But you have to decide for yourself, okay, I'm ready to work on this new version of me. And in come the other collaborators. Sorry, I had a phone call come through. But if not, you're going to walk into life with this Four of Cups energy where you're just disappointed. Maybe not always in victim mentality, but just kind of just like, ugh. I don't know. Maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. Spirit wants you to let go of that energy. Environment at this time for Pisces. I love it. Ten of Wands in reverse to the Star. The Ten of Wands in reverse means that you are finally putting the burden down that you had been carrying. So over the next 3 months, what are you letting go of? What are you putting to the side? What are you finally saying, this is a weight I will not take with me into the next phase of my life? These are not my burdens to carry. This is not my battle to fight. This is a situation I want to detach from and I'm ready to heal. I see a lot of you maybe even employing more spiritual practices, rituals, herbalism, maybe getting in touch with your lineage in some way, shape, or form, taking a sacred journey, even if that's just at home. Some of you could be physically going on like a journey though. Your environment is changing. You're putting the weights down and you're healing. You're walking out of this understanding that Spirit said, enough is enough. It's time to heal. And if you carry the weight, physical weight could be an issue for some of you. If you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, you're never going to be able to focus on you. You've got too many other things going on in your life. All right. Hopes and fears for Pisces. We got the Three of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the World. So you desire new. This person is looking outside of maybe a restaurant or a cabin or something that they're in at the water, and the water's moving and glistening, right? They understand that it's time to go. It's time to change. It's time to get on that, on that boat that this person is on. It's time to get out of Dodge. This is a bit more gray. This is a bit more blue. You understand that where you're going to is far more picturesque and beautiful than where you've been. I do see a little bit of hesitation, but you're also ready. You're ready to paint, draw, create this new life. I see a lot of you putting a lot of work into creativity over the next 3 months. And that creativity is what's going to keep you moving forward. So in the worst of days, pour into that music you're working on. Pour into that artwork you're working on. Pour into that YouTube channel, Instagram page. Pour into that work that you love. Something you can be doing at home as well with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles here. Getting out in nature. Remembering who you are. Spending some money on you. A new wardrobe could be significant. New hairstyle could be significant. But I think that the biggest thing that's changing as far as what you're hopeful and fearful about is the world. The physical world you live in. Maybe where you lay your head at night is changing over the next 3 months. Or you're starting to feel, okay, the change is coming soon. The World card is the card of completion. And you may be worried about how you are going to complete this part of your life, this part of your journey. I heard this part of the saga. And things may have felt a little out of the ordinary or out of the blue for you, but Pisces, this is an opportunity to find that new book, that new version of you. You have completed a very difficult cycle in your life, and of course, with Saturn retrograding right now, okay, what do you need to finish up so that you can head on this new adventure? Forgot she was in reverse. But what happens is the World card comes right before the Fool card. So if you're going to go on this new trajectory, you have to close up and finish up the chapters that are behind you. This is a story that feels complete because when you close this book and open the new one, fresh slate. A lot of chapters of your life are going to feel like they're closing simultaneously, and that's okay. It's supposed to feel that way. Potential outcome for Pisces. I did see the Three of Pentacles, so you are going to be working with people to help you along the way. You're not going to be alone. Potential outcome for Pisces for the next 3 months. Wow. I have to show you what I see here, Pisces. The Ace of Cups. You are about to have something really amazing come in for you. Emotional fulfillment up the wazoo. This could be in the form of financial breakthroughs, a new home, a new job, new love, a new sense of self, a health breakthrough, an unexpected win of some sort, a situation turning out in the best way possible. I feel like you're finding something that you've been looking for, whether you knew what you were looking for or not. And it's going to be a precious, precious journey towards the new sense of self. A breakthrough moment is coming through over the next 3 months. For many of you, if you have been searching for love, or if there's been a commitment in your life where you've just needed a revamp, you've needed that contract to go through, it's coming through for you, Pisces. This is going to be a time of like miracles. I'm seeing this miraculous golden hue coming out of these cards. Something unexpected. And what I find to be interesting is if you look at the darkness that you're currently in, the dark energy of this first card, and the lightness of where you're headed, put this in the middle. It's like that darkness completely dissolves over the next 3 months. Sorry, the camera timed out. You are walking into a really beautiful life. The one that you were hoping and wishing for. Wow. Beautiful energy here, Pisces. And yes, Three of Pentacles is back saying you're going to keep working with others to help you. You're going to have moments where you go back into the victim mentality with the Nine of Swords and where the world around you looks scary. But you're going to come out on top with the Queen of Wands. This is that vibrancy that you have within. And you're going to feel this compulsion to be better, to be new with the Page of Wands, to go on a new journey. You are protected along the way. The Seven of Wands, you will be given safe passage to wherever you may go. And divine justice is coming in for you in regard to this energy that's been deceptive and holding you back for a long time. This could have even been parts of yourself where you were lying to yourself. Justice is coming in. I do see some sorrow, I'm not going to lie. Maybe there's tears, maybe there's, because you have to let things go. You're parting from things. You're going through a deconstruction. But I want to tell you, it prepares you for the winds, the Four of Wands, as you move forward. So trust it. I'm going to pull a word for you. Let's see. Let's do it from the Secret Garden. Of what to expect during the next 3 months, during the deconstruction phase. The first card is success. Bloom wherever you're planted. So it doesn't matter if you go through a difficulty. You're about to shine in a new place where you are. It doesn't matter. Success. You got 2 success cards, okay, Pisces? Spirit is watching out for you. I'm going to take 2 more. Beauty. I see beauty improving for many of you physically and then in the world around you as well. It says, dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. And last one for my dear Pisces. What do they need to know about the next 3 months? Release. Lighten your load. And you are. That's that 10 of Wands in reverse. You are about to let go of things that you can no longer control. You're about to receive the assistance that you need. You are changing your course. And definitely a lot of success coming in for you. But all right, my loves, I will see you again tomorrow with another video. If you caught this on Labor Day, happy Labor Day. Hope you're enjoying your day off if you're here in the States. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Pisces.